I mean, he's got to be dead, right? Right. Hello, hello. My name is Ashlee, and welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the disappearance of Mitch McConnell. Apparently, no one knows where he is, but everyone can get him on the phone. Interesting. So if you don't know, Mitch McConnell has not been to work to Congress in 3 weeks. I think probably over three weeks now. He had to get CPR. And so apparently he's just been in the hospital for 3 weeks, but nobody knows where he is. Nobody has seen proof of life. Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, literally wrote a letter to Mitch McConnell to be like, hey, what's going on? We deserve transparency. I just can't imagine a scenario where he's still alive, because I don't think he is. But if he is dead or incapacitated or what have you, there would be a special election, and I don't think the Republicans want to do that. And so that is where this problem lies. Yeah, we don't know if he's dead or alive. Wouldn't that be wild if we find out he really was dead the whole time and Scott Jennings is over here like, yeah, I talked to him on the phone. I don't think he's alive, but we don't know. It's a grand mystery at this point. This is from Ken Klippenstein from News Nation. It says, Republican congressman says he doesn't know if Mitch McConnell is alive. Reporter, do you know if he's alive? The congressman, I don't. He's obviously not doing well, but don't know if he's alive or if he's passed away. Okay.
Critical that we have a senator from Kentucky voting in the Senate chamber.
Do you know that he's alive?
I don't. Just the things that I've heard and seen from some friends is that he's obviously not doing well, but don't know if he's alive or has passed away.
This is Dianne Feinstein all over again. We are literally having people in Congress who are just missing. We don't know. They're not representing their communities. We don't know what's going on. There's no transparency. And so it's just is he alive or dead? We don't know. Does the governor know? No. Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea except for Scott Jennings. Laura Loomer appears to know the scoop. I hate Laura Loomer, but who knows? Maybe she's right. So she said, new high-level source close to the White House tells me Mitch McConnell is officially brain dead. He's not coming back. So that's what Laura Loomer is saying. I do think that's probably the most reasonable answer. Maybe he's not actually dead yet, but he is incapacitated to the point where he can't do his job, and so that's where I think it's at, and they're just keeping him alive so there doesn't have to be a special election. That's what I think is going on. And of course, I'm sure Mitch McConnell would be really proud. Would be so proud that there's is he alive? We don't know, but you're not gonna have that special election. That's what's not gonna happen. Even in his grave, he will be screwing us over. Anyway, so that's what Laura Loomer thinks, but who knows? Nobody really knows for sure. But I guess Scott Jennings knows. So this was posted the other day on Twitter. Scott Jennings said, I spoke to my old friend Mitch McConnell this morning, the senior senator from Kentucky. He's still recovering in the hospital. We talked for just shy of 20 minutes about Iran, Ukraine, the unfolding situation in Maine, my visit to the TR Presidential Library, and even a little bit of Senate history. I told him we want to see him back to work as soon as possible. I'm sure you did. There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. There's no way. And there are people online that are making memes that are what if it's someone using AI and it's actually convincing him? Because it's not just him. There are other people in the Republican Party who are saying, oh yeah, no, I talked to Mitch. Mitch, me and Mitch, we go back. Yes, we talked. And they're yeah, we talked for 20 minutes. We talked for this long. We talked about this. And I don't believe any of them. They're all lying. Or I do think it would be really funny if the AI thing was true and if they were actually being duped by AI, that would be hilarious. Like, not really, it would be really dystopian, not good for our future, but it'd also be really funny that all of these people thought that it was him. Well, it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him at all. And it's wild that he's like, "We want to see you back to work." Dude, what do you mean back to work? What do you mean back to work? This is the problem. He should have been retired. What are we talking about back to work? Even if he could come back to work, which I don't think is happening. No. No, no. Why can't anyone retire? No. Oh my God. Just wild. Wild. Scott Jennings has been on television lately, and he got asked a really funny question that he doesn't really answer. So let's watch that.
Do you think he'd be willing to call into the show? Could we get him on the phone now?
You know, I wasn't really expecting him to call this morning, to be honest. So when the phone rang and I was able to talk to him, I was frankly pretty grateful. I mean, as I said, I've known him since I was a teenager. If it hadn't been for Mitch McConnell and the McConnell Center at the University of Louisville, you know, I would never have been able to go to college. He's been my mentor and he changed the trajectory of my life. So, you know, when things happen to him and happen to people in your life that you really care about, you know, you just sort of naturally feel extremely worried. So when I heard his voice today and he was clearly keeping up with stuff, that made me happy to hear from him, because like everybody else, I've been, you know, somewhat in the dark about it. But to hear him talking and know that he's also talking to the Senate leadership, it made me pretty happy.
Do you think they should put out a picture of Mitch McConnell, that he should release more to the public to quiet this noise?
Yeah, I think Al had a good point about McConnell's general disposition towards privacy.
You know, he just wants his privacy. You know, I mean, he's going to call all these different senators. He's going to call these different Congress people. He's going to call Scott Jennings, right? He's going to talk to these people, right? But he won't talk on television and he won't take a picture. Wow, I wonder what's going on. He just must really love his privacy. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Scott Jennings, you are lying. And it is easy to tell because you were like, it was funny when they asked you that, you just laughed. You just laughed. You said, "Oh, ha, ha, ha. Oh, ha, ha, ha. I didn't expect him to call me." That's not an answer. That's not an answer. Okay. He's calling all these other people, but he can't call CNN. Why not? Why not? Why not, Scott Jennings? And now this has become essentially a meme online, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to Mitch McConnell." And so Hassan, he on Twitter posted, "Just got off the phone with Mitch McConnell. We had phone sex." And then the next day in his live, he was like, "Oh, well, he can, you know, if he's alive, he can either admit the affair, he can deny it."
I was texting him last night. Like I was yeah. I can't wait to go to DC and see him. So we can have gay sex, or as we like to call it, sex. Yeah. Yeah, we're dating. That's why his wife flew to China.
Mhm.
Yeah. I got it, UB. Stop spamming. Okay? I got it. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Go ahead, Mitch. Deny the relationship if you can. Oh, really? You got a problem? Deny it. He can't. He's shy.
It's so stupid, but it is so funny because it's like, we know you all are lying. We know you're lying, or maybe you're being duped by AI. I don't know. I think that's the funnier option here. So this is what Donald Trump said when he was asked.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea how he's doing.
I think it's really funny that all of the people you would call and talk to and tell, it's not the president. And I think it's funny how he's like, "No, I have no idea." I don't think he cares either, really. But yeah, I just don't think there's any way he's still alive. I just don't think that's possible. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me, what do you think happened to him? Do you think Laura Loomer's right? Who knows? Anyway, that's the video today. Please like and subscribe and all the things. And yes, I love you all very much. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.